that were required,
Okay, that's fine.
so that it wasn't just the portion that's being earmarked for buildings, but we would also make the additional efficiencies, which would then take into account for inflation and that as well as if we suddenly get an influx of special ed kids or an influx of, I don't know what else we could use. Yeah.
Well,
And also too, be able to help us out too, to be able to save some money too.
Absolutely.
That is things reserved, because that's what we need in case of a rainy day.
That's the you balance your budget, probably the continue reserve sign your current.
Sure.
Which then you can say, okay, we want to dedicate some of this to program, some of it to basic requirements. Right now, you're just taking the moving average payments every year, and that's what's
Right.
being on in a couple of years.
I guess, you know, I'm just gonna throw this out there. It's a 600-pound car, we're talking about it. So just be aware, these programs, we don't view them as any lesser than our current programs. But if, for example, if you went before and you, let's just say for efficiencies, you took out art and music, be aware, you're not putting that back in, because that's an efficiency. So, you know, there's gonna be people that said, well, what about the art and music, are you gonna bring it back in? And they're gonna be asking that question, and you're gonna, so be careful, because when you look at these now you have to decide, because I think we have an idea here, you have to put that in the context of 4 and 5, what do they look like, because, you know, Craig said this lightly, I know this from experience, I've seen it, it's very difficult to bring back a program once you've eliminated the program. Because it's always about, that point forward, it's always about, with this board, it's always about the cost. And with future boards, it's always about the cost. Because this is gonna cost more money. We don't have the money, we're dedicated to the money. So be aware, you know, it's very hard to bring things back once you lose it. So keep that in perspective, so.
If you put a question for 1.5 on the board has a lot of options. If you want to put 250 in cubby holes so we bring the next year, you have it there for fine. If you make adjustments to the class size of junior high, it gives you 1.5 so you show efficiencies, and you'll probably balance the budget for a year so you can move those things. Reduce the art and music alone, and so forth. Following, I guess you another year to figure out long-term what the efficiencies are gonna be. You gotta do a plan, but you have to continue to do a 3 to 5 year projection. Say, okay, so now what does that do? If you do it little at a time, you're gonna manage it a lot better. You don't see the writing on the wall of work when it comes.
That's with the movie property, it's something that's going to come up for so that you need, I mean, I know they're talking millions,
It's
about
not-
$1 million or something for us.
It's not even close. I've looked into that.
But it's
I don't-
some,
But I mean, at least
But
there's
it's
going to be an
some-
increase in
that's it.
revenue. If we do
They
a
can't-
taxation, if we try and.
It's some, but I'm not gonna bank on money.
no,
I don't
we're
have,
not,
that's
we're
for
not,
sure.
we're not, that's just,
Not one magic pill.
There's never going to be something that's going to.
Get a little from here, a little from there, a little efficiency here and there.
And so don't forget that everybody who has these property taxes, it's Mariano's, Target, Walgreens, they challenge your taxes and it's reducing it back on homeowners. So, you know, that's the system, so you can bank on that money, but it's going back to the homeowners, is the issue.
So,
But I know it's not.
just talking about efficiencies, so between scenario number 4 and number 5, it's really almost, there's 210 plus, another 90. There's a $300,000 more efficiency with scenario number 5 than there is with number 4. And how I got that number is because in number 5, you have art and music already built into it, and you have 100,000. So if you choose number 4, you still have a $300,000 inefficiency. And so why not take that money and bank it? I mean, that's where, you know, I'm kind of stuck on is that, you know, with number 5, you still have art and music, and you're saving an additional $100,000 more than in number 4. And if you add back those costs, it's another 210,000, so you're saving, you're banking really on $300,000 in more efficiencies in scenario number 5 than versus number 4.
Are you doing grade centers thing?
Scenario number 5, correct?
I guess I don't get like, I mean, we were like one of the biggest people against grade centers back then.
But it's not,
And then now all of a sudden it's okay for us to do this to people. I don't know where, I mean, it
it's-
kills me.
It's $300,000 that we can save that we don't
Okay,
have.
but Joe, it's doing something that people did not know about. I mean, there's something to be said about money at some point and then being upcoming and forward and letting people know what's going on. I mean, how do you do something in 3 months?
It's not 3 months.
Well, I mean, but it's gonna be shoved down people's throats. People aren't getting the chance to know about it.
Realistically, it would be at minimum 9 months, because if it passes, then it would.
I mean, it would be the next school year.
If it fails, if, you know what I mean, if it passes, there's the option for it would be the 18-19 year. If it fails.
Doing more of the question in the sense, if we come to a balanced budget and it had the most efficiencies. And the reason why I say that is, you know, I would like the kids to still have other programs, right, including art and music. And in scenario number 5 with grade centers, we could do that with a $300,000 savings versus in scenario number 4. And so if it saves us $300,000 more, give or take, is a much better efficiency. It's a better use of taxpayer money. I am not for grade centers, but we have a responsibility to get the most programs with the least amount of dollars. And if we're not going to face this today, the board in 3 years are going to face the same thing. And this is a huge distraction where we can focus in on other things like our perk scores rising another 15% hopefully. Next year. But that's where I think that we need to look at the bigger picture. And you know, academically, you know, half the studies say one is better, the other half say the other one's better. So no matter how you want to look at it, and if we go back to our strategic plan, it says that what do we want our child today to look like? We want to have a well-rounded child. And so if we look at, and that includes music and art and everything else in there, in scenario number 5, you're going to be able to perhaps save athletics and some other clubs out there and still be inside the budget and save kindergarten. We have a lot more flexibility in scenario number 5. Yes, parents are going to be inconvenienced, but the kids will be better off because they're going to have more programs available to them. They're going to be better rounded for high school. I mean, I don't think someone's going to lose their job because if
People
it
had to
starts.
change their workday in order to get their kids to 2 different schools. I think we need to have it talked about a lot longer than. I liked how we were talking about it yesterday, let's put it on the ballot, however you word it, something about doing option 4, knowing that going into option 5.
You can put that on the ballot.
Well, not on the ballot, but I mean, like to have it, to educate people that way.
There's 2 or 3 pieces. If it passes, what's the message? So, if it passes, is the message, if you're going to work for 1.5, is the message that you're going to take 250, you said you're going to need to take something else. Building, you're going to make some additional efficiencies, you're going to make a balanced budget, and pretty much the rest of it stays the same as this year. Is that the message? Or is the message that you're going to, do that, or you're going to study something because we want to make this last as long as possible. That's your answer, whatever it is, okay? And then the second piece is, what's the message if it doesn't pass that you're going to provide? Is it that you're going to do 4, or is it 5, or is it 4 and 5, or what is it? So that's what you have to decide. The most important thing between now and one Tuesday is you have to decide what the question or questions are going to be, because that's the deadline. Period. And then, depending on what the legislature does, you have to figure out how it's worded. You know how it can be worded, you have to be doing 2 questions. And you know how it can be worded. If it's not worded right now, if they change something, it can work. I would be able to do that.
you still have that 3-4 months only that you're transferring over into grade centers. I'm not saying that that's not what's gonna happen. But if we cut a little bit next year, adjusting the class sizes or whatever, and the budget passes, and we still cut a little bit, we're closer to balancing the budget. Balance the budget then, I mean.
Yeah, if you're 1.5.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, we need to keep the children in the forefront of every decision we make. We cannot afford to have these children lose any more than what they've already lost. We just need to keep it focused. We need to know exactly where we're heading and what our next course is gonna be. And we have to, and I will reiterate it, the children have to come first. If that's going to grade centers in 4 months, or going to grade centers a year from now, if that's the move that will keep the programs intact and they will be successful, because at the end of the day, that's what it's about, having a well-rounded student, being successful, and the transition from middle school to high school is even a bigger success. And to have them continue their successes as they migrate through the high school and on to college.
This goes back to what I said earlier too. We gotta make a decision, we gotta make a business decision, it sucks. And we're sitting here and this is, I'm not saying HLT, but we gotta really.
I got you this time.
I know, I know now, don't worry, I heard it the first time. But again, that's the decision that if we embark in that direction, right? Then we have to follow the direction and make sure there's enough notice out going out there. Yes, is that gonna disrupt people's lives? All your lives is gonna be a little bit different, of course. You know what? We still gotta make those adjustments. Everybody does. We do it work. We do it work too. Everybody does. That's the way we do. It's tough. Believe me, it's tough to make a decision like that. But if we have our shoulders against the wall, we cannot move forward, then what we do? Children, of course, right? First.
And we definitely have our shoulders up against the walls, because, you know, with all the committees that we have that were in place, you know, not all the parties that came to the committees were willing to help out. So we're at a disadvantage.
Of course.
And
I completely agree.
that message needs to be heard. I'm just saying that everybody came to the table that was on different committees, and the responsibilities were for them to make decisions for the betterment of the children. And in my opinion, I felt that that decision was not, there was no follow through on it. And you can read it however you'd like to read it.
The biggest concern I had 6 years ago with the grade centers was brought to the meetings was there wasn't a plan. At least what was presented to the community, it was, well, maybe we'll do busing, maybe we'll stagger the times, maybe we'll do, you know what I mean? It was, and there was no concrete plan. And as a parent, I had a really difficult time buying into something that wasn't concrete. You tell me, this is when my kid's gonna start, this is when my kid's gonna end, you know what I mean? And it, I can, okay, I can digest it, I can see how that would work for my children's strengths and weaknesses and see, you know, how I felt about it. There wasn't